How many times a day should you really be feeding your pet? Is once enough? Is 3 too many? Whether you have a playful puppy, a regal adult cat, or a wise old dog, getting their feeding schedule right is crucial for their health and happiness. It's one of the most common questions pet parents ask, and today, we are going to break it all down. We'll explore why feeding frequency matters so much, what your pet needs at every life stage, and how to create the perfect mealtime routine. If you want to become the best pet parent you can be, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow animal lover. Let's start with the basics. Why does feeding frequency even matter? It's not just about filling their bowl. The right schedule can have a huge impact on your pet's energy levels, weight management, and digestive health. Think of it this way: their metabolism is a finely tuned engine. Feeding them at regular intervals keeps that engine running smoothly, preventing energy spikes and crashes. For both dogs and cats, their bodies are designed to process food efficiently. In the wild, their ancestors would eat whenever they could, which often meant smaller, more frequent meals. Modern kibble is very nutrient-dense compared to a natural diet, which is why we need to be mindful of how much and how often we feed it. Consistent meal times also help regulate their digestion, reducing the risk of upset stomachs and other gastrointestinal issues. It can even influence their behavior, as a hungry pet can become anxious or destructive. And don't forget the most important nutrient of all: fresh water. Always make sure a clean bowl of water is available, regardless of their feeding schedule. Now, let's talk about the little ones. Puppies are bundles of pure energy, and their feeding needs are totally different from adult dogs. Have you ever wondered why they need to eat so often? It's because their tiny stomachs can't hold much food, but their rapidly growing bodies demand a constant supply of calories and nutrients. For the first 3 months of their life, it's best to feed them 4 small meals a day. This gives them the steady energy they need for all that playing and growing. From 3 to 6 months, you can usually reduce this to 3 meals a day as their stomach capacity increases. Once they hit the 6-month mark and up to their first birthday, 2 or 3 meals a day is generally sufficient. Portion control is absolutely key here. Overfeeding a puppy in a single large meal can lead to digestive upset and even increase the risk of bloating, especially in larger breeds. So, stick to small, frequent meals to keep your little friend healthy and happy. Once your pet reaches adulthood, their metabolism starts to stabilize. They're no longer in that rapid growth phase, so their energy requirements change. For most adult dogs and cats, the standard recommendation is 2 meals per day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening. This schedule works well for most household pets, as it keeps them satisfied without overloading their system. It also helps you, the owner, establish a predictable routine. However, one size doesn't fit all. If you have a highly active dog, like a working breed or a canine athlete, they might benefit from an extra meal or larger portions to fuel their high energy output. On the other hand, if your pet is more of a couch potato or prone to gaining weight, you might need to adjust their portion sizes downward, while still sticking to the twice-a-day schedule. This brings us to the great debate: scheduled feeding versus free feeding. Free feeding, where you leave food out all day, can lead to overeating and obesity, especially in dogs. Scheduled meals give you complete control over their intake, which is essential for maintaining a healthy weight. As our beloved pets enter their golden years, their needs change once again. Senior pets, typically those over 7 years old, experience a slowdown in their metabolism. They're generally less active, so they don't burn as many calories. Their digestion can also become more sensitive, and they might develop dental issues that make chewing difficult. Some senior pets experience a decrease in appetite, while others might gain weight more easily. Because of these changes, it's often best to switch from 2 larger meals to 2 or 3 smaller, more easily digestible portions throughout the day. This can help prevent digestive upset and ensure they're getting the nutrients they need without feeling overly full. More frequent, smaller meals can also help stimulate a flagging appetite. Most importantly, this is a life stage where regular vet checkups are non-negotiable. Your veterinarian can help you choose the right senior-specific diet and create a feeding plan tailored to your pet's individual health needs. So, we've talked about age, but what about species? There are some key differences between how you should feed a dog versus a cat. Cats, in their natural state, are hunters of small prey, like mice and birds. This evolutionary history has wired them to be nibblers who prefer to eat multiple small meals throughout the day, sometimes as many as 10 to 15. This is why some cats do well with puzzle feeders or automatic dispensers that release small amounts of food periodically. It satisfies their natural instinct to work for their food and eat in small portions. Dogs, on the other hand, evolved as pack hunters who would often gorge on a large kill and then fast for a period. Because of this, they generally adapt much better to a structured, twice-a-day feeding schedule. However, some dogs are incredibly fast eaters, inhaling their food in seconds. This can cause vomiting or a dangerous condition called bloat. For these speedy eaters, using a slow feeder bowl or an interactive food toy is a fantastic solution. It forces them to slow down, aids digestion, and provides some much-needed mental stimulation. Knowledge is power, and knowing the common feeding mistakes can help you avoid them. One of the biggest errors is feeding one single, large meal a day. This can overwhelm their digestive system and leave them feeling hungry and lethargic for the rest of the day. It also increases the risk of bloat in susceptible dog breeds. Another common mistake is sticking to the same feeding plan throughout your pet's entire life. As we've discussed, a puppy's needs are vastly different from a senior's. You must adjust their food type, portion size, and feeding frequency as they age. Portion control is another area where things can go wrong. Many owners simply guess or follow the generic guidelines on the food bag, but these are just starting points. You need to adjust based on your pet's actual body condition. Finally, a subtle but important mistake is ignoring your pet's fullness cues. If your pet regularly leaves food in their bowl, they might be telling you the portion is too large. Pay attention to their behavior and their body to get it right. So, how do you put all this information together to build the perfect routine for your pet? It comes down to 5 key factors. First is age. Are they a puppy, adult, or senior? Second is size and breed. A Great Dane has different needs than a Chihuahua. Third is activity level. Is your pet a champion fetch player or a professional napper? Fourth is their body condition. Are they at a healthy weight, or are they a little too thin or too heavy? You should be able to feel their ribs but not see them. And fifth, and most importantly, is professional guidance. Your veterinarian is your #1 resource. They can assess your pet's overall health and help you create a feeding plan that is perfectly tailored to their unique needs. Remember, a good feeding routine isn't just about food. It's an act of love that contributes directly to a long, healthy, and happy life with your furry companion. Thank you so much for watching and for being a pet parent who truly cares. We hope this guide helps you create the perfect mealtime routine for your best friend. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our future pet care tips. We'll see you in the next video.